Morning, everybody. I don't know if y'all can see behind me. If y'all can tell, he's got eyes in the lower half of his windshield. Looks like he's a car from Cars on Pixar. Man, that's funny right there. I needed a good laugh. I really did. If it wasn't dark, I'd wave him down and be like, hey, can I look at your car? Oh man, that's funny. Thankful for the little bits of laughter God gives us along the way, little bits of joy. I know y'all can't see me at all. It's dark 30 out here. It's going to be that time of the year. I happily and wholeheartedly say praise the Lord. It's getting cooler. Even if we're in a little bit of a false fall, right now it's a little cooler. It's getting dark, or it's staying dark later into the morning, so that lets me know we are on the way to fall. I cannot be happier with that. Oh, I'm so sick of the summer and the heat. I love fall. And historically, as a teenager and in my 20s, even part of my 30s, I didn't like the winter from the perspective of it was depressing for me. My mom passed in October in '92, so the holidays and all that, it was just once I got a little older, I just didn't care for it anymore, and I kind of let that control my attitude for most of my life. I mean, honestly, it's probably only been the last few years, 2, 3, 4, 5 years at the most, maybe. My wife would know better. My memory's terrible. It's only been the last few years that I've been able to kind of, put that demon of depression and negativity behind me during this time of year coming up, and just enjoy it. There's I don't know, I think it was partially because of Mama dying around that time, and the cold is just, it's death. Excuse me. Leaves are falling, plants are dying, different things. But there's a song written by a friend of mine. He's much older than me. He's probably in his 70s. He's been singing for years and years and years. Lineal Yance. And he wrote a song called There'll Be Another Spring. And it's such a true song, and it really, really helps when you think about, winter and death and all that. And the song, is multiple meanings, physically in life. There will be another spring, but there will be another spring as, if you pass on this side, if you're one of God's children, you're saved, living right. You see on the other side, and you'll be young again. Such a beautiful song. There'll be another spring. I'll be young again. Because I believe the truth. I'll have eternal youth. There'll be another spring. I'll run again. I'll laugh and sing. Time up there won't mean a thing. There'll be another spring. Beautiful song. Beautiful song. I haven't seen Brother Lineal in a lot of years. I don't know the last time I saw him. Excuse me. But anyways, y'all, Friday, we made it. Praise the Lord, we made it. Continue to remember the Kirk family in your prayers. His organization, Turning Point USA. He's got people there that they were with Charlie for a long time. He started that organization 18 years of age, and when he was taken from us the other day. He was 31, so 13 years he ran that organization. Became one of the most influential conservative organizations in the country. I don't know how many actual members. I don't know if he had membership or not. I never actually looked into that. I'm not much for memberships. I've just never been one to really do a membership. You know, I did the Harbor Freight membership for the savings, you know, and to get the discounts, but, you know, to be, you know, a lifetime NRA member, I'm not paying that $200-something, you know. Excuse me. Even the Deep South Knife Club, I didn't join that. I mean, I think it's cool, and I really like, you know, Brother Billy and Brother Seth, them guys, but I didn't care for the knives, really. They weren't really my thing, you know. Nothing against, you know, Barlow's or whatever, but it just wasn't my thing. I thought about it, almost pulled the trigger, and I was like, you know what, it's just not me to do the whole membership thing. I'm trying to think. North American Hunting Club tried to get me to join years ago, and I've got, you know, they sent me swag and stuff. I must have signed up or something to ask about it, because they sent me swag. But I never actually paid into it. So I've got like a knife somewhere, or I did. I've got a little challenge coin. But anyways, yeah, boy, tangent. Squirrel. But yeah, just continue to remember the people associated with Charlie, his family especially during this time. I saw a clip this morning after I got up. I guess it wasn't a clip, it was just words on Instagram, which I'm taking a break from Instagram, because I tell you what, there was so much in the stuff yesterday about Charlie. I sat there, I was wiping tears from my eyes. I just had to put my phone down. I was like, I'm just, you know what, outside of getting in chat and talking with my buddies, I'm not looking at no Instagram for a little bit. It's just too sad right now. But what I saw this morning, if it's true, and it's the first time I had seen it, it's even more sad. And this is that when Charlie was shot, his daughter ran towards him because she was scared of the sound. I don't know if that's true or not. I saw the video the one time. I wish I had not seen it, because I'll never get that image out of my head. So if that's true, I honestly didn't know his family was there, but if that's true, that's even more sad. She was going to where she thought, you know, the arms of refuge of her father. Oh, if that's true, that just breaks my heart. Oh, mercy. You know, if you're not a father, you won't understand that. But as a father, I understand that. I've had my kids run to me when they're scared. My daughter is 20. My daughter will still come and bang on our bedroom door if she hears a noise, or if she thinks there's somebody outside the house or something. Yes, I get a little annoyed when it turns out it's nothing. I think most parents do, most fathers at least. But at the same time, I'm glad she feels comfortable knowing Dad's going to take care of it. Dad's going to protect us. Dad'll go boom boom if he has to. I certainly don't want to. I pray I never have to do that. God, I've told God, let me never have to point at somebody and draw down and pull the trigger. Excuse me. If you say you want to, you got a problem. You need Jesus first of all, and you might need to have your guns taken away from you. I'll never be one for gun control, but if you want to shoot somebody, you don't need a gun. Frank Caliendo. Y'all know who he is. He's a comedian who does impressions, and he had a comedy special years ago called All Over the Place, because he's like a pinball. He bounces from one thing to the next, just bing, bang, boom, all over. That's what I feel like some days when I do these little rambles while I'm driving. But that's what it is. So, Folding Hunter Friday, I didn't carry a folding hunter. Fixed Blade Friday, I didn't carry a fixed blade. Frost Friday, I didn't carry a frost. I got a trapper, because that's what I do. My 10 days are done for the 10-day trapper challenge. As far as I can remember, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Wednesday, Thursday. So I did 12 days, I guess. I did the same one a couple days in there, but near as I can tell, that's 12 days. But I just love my trappers, so I'm carrying the yellow synthetic that my brother gifted me the other day. It's a 2020. As Mario said, COVID knife. Yeah, COVID knife. Man. But I'm carrying that, and then a Rosecraft Overall Creek farmhand in yellow sandalwood from Brother Ted Hart. He gifted me at up in Danville at Brother Dwayne's knife show. So that's what I'm toting. And my Spyderco Para 3, not paramilitary 3, because I've got that wrong a bunch of times. My Para 3. I don't understand why Spyderco did that though. Not do re mi. They had the military, right? And I don't know what order. I don't know if the military came out first. Then you had the paramilitary 2, and now you got the Para 3. I don't get it. I don't get it. There's a comedian. His name is Dan. Oh, man, I don't remember his name. I can picture his face. His mom is Indian, and his dad is like Vietnamese or Filipino or something like that, or vice versa. I forget. He was telling a joke about, because he's Asian, 100%, just two different ethnicities in the Asian realm, and he was telling a joke about how a lot of Asian people can't say the letter L, and I'm not making fun, but I just thought of it. I thought of him saying this, and he said he had told a joke about some Asian people, and I'm just gonna say what he said. He said Jerry Donuts instead of Jelly Donuts, and so he said it was at an Asian event. So after the show, people came up and said, "Oh, Mr. Daniel, you very funny, but we don't understand Jerry Donut. Please explain." So that was so funny. I cried. I laughed so hard. There was a comedy special called Thou Shalt Laugh or Thou Shalt Laugh 2. It's one of the two. It was a Christian comedy special. I believe Tim Conway was the host for the first one, and the lady who played the mom on Everybody Loves Raymond, Patricia Heaton maybe, she was the host on the second one. Fantastic, good, clean family comedy. Thor Ramsey was on there. So many talented people. But anyways, Spyderco, please explain. I don't understand going from military to paramilitary to para. I'm confused. I'm sure some of you can be like, Bubba, you're an idiot. Here's the reason they're named different. That's fine. I have not Googled, hey, what's the difference between this, and this? Because Google can give you a lot of differences and tell you the different things. Google's smarter than me in a lot of ways. But I digress. I'm an idiot. I'm a goofball. I'm a cornball, Mario. I'm a cornball. And I'm okay. I don't care. Like I said the other day, I'm just doing this, for fun. I love knives, so that's why I created the channel. I like meeting new people, so that's another reason for creating the channel. I'm not doing this to please anybody but me. If I can make somebody's day, bless somebody in some way, then that's good. I'm all for that. But I'm not trying to make anybody else happy. I'm not trying to do something that's going to win people over. If I upset people because of my faith, my beliefs, what I say, and they want to unsubscribe as they did the other day after my post about Charlie's assassination, then so be it. I got no problem with that at all. If you have a problem, as my pastor says, if the truth offends you, you need to be offended. So, pull out my light, put some light on the subject. A little too much, there we go. So yeah, I don't, people don't like what I say, don't like what I believe. That's fine. I realize even as positive as this community has been for the most part, and as many people as they say they are Christians, obviously there's different types of Christians. There's practicing Christians and then just lip service Christians. But as many people as say they're Christian, there's still plenty of people who aren't. And they're just good people. And that's fine. And some, may not like, those of us who profess our faith loudly, and they may choose to unsubscribe or not watch. That's fine. I got no problem with that. That's one thing that makes America great is we can talk things out. We can agree or we can disagree. But we can be civil, at least we should be, my pastor always says, like Christians should be able to bitterly disagree, doctrinally, some kind of a doctrine in the Bible. Oh, I believe it this way. Well, I believe it this way. Okay, we can disagree, but I can still love you. I can still hug your neck and say, and as I'm hugging your neck, I'm saying, I love you, God bless you. I'm not stabbing a knife in your back. That's the way it should be here in America as well. We should be able to disagree and talk and just move on. That's what Charlie was trying to do. Charlie wasn't trying to change everybody's thoughts. He was just trying to show you his side of it and have an open dialogue, because open dialogue is healthy. It's communication. Communication will breed peace. Communication will bridge gaps. Communication will heal wounds. Communication, the way he did it, does not breed violence. That's just evil people. And it's just so sad. But I didn't mean to go back on that. I was trying to turn the video and be more positive, but it's Friday, y'all. So tomorrow, the dogs, my Georgia Bulldogs, go dogs, we travel to the hillbillies up in Knoxville, Tennessee. That's the Tennessee Volunteers. I don't know why anybody's volunteering to stay in Tennessee. I don't get it. But Neyland Stadium, we're going to have 100,000 hillbillies, Appalachian Americans, in orange and white. Ugh, it's nasty. Dogs going to have their work cut out for them. Now, the dogs have beat them 8 years straight. The dogs have handled them for several years. Dogs have a young team this year. So I'm going into this, realistic that it can be a battle. Neyland Stadium's always a battle because it's 100,000 people yelling at you. Yes, not 100,000 will be Tennessee fans. There will be Georgia fans there too. But the vast majority is going to be Tennessee fans. And that place gets a rocking. Neyland Stadium does get a rocking. So tomorrow will be interesting. 3:30 p.m. Eastern. I'll be posted at my seat on my couch. But before that, my son, who's 18, he has his learners. He has not gotten behind the wheel yet. He really doesn't care. And the way these idiots drive down here, I totally understand it. but he has to learn. He's willing to learn. He's just not going to push it. So tomorrow we're going to go to our church parking lot because I got to replace even though I'm not a trustee anymore, I'm going to replace a lock on a cabinet there for this. My daughter's a Sunday school teacher. So some of the kids have been picking the lock. So I'm going to replace the lock and the hasp on the cabinet. And then I'm going to let him, show him how to do things in the car, in the parking lot, show him how to, speed up, brake, blinker, just the basics, for 30 minutes, an hour. I don't want to overwhelm him, his first time. Because it can be a little overwhelming, when you don't know a whole lot. He started laughing. He's like, Dad, I'm good at Mario Kart. It's like, okay, yeah, you are. You beat all of us every time, but that's not the same thing, homie. You ain't driving with a joystick. Oh, he's funny. Y'all hang around my son any length of time, he'll have you on the floor. He will just, he doesn't even try to be funny, but he's like Jim Carrey reincarnated sometimes. The way he'll walk and run and stuff, and then if he accidentally hits his foot or hits his arm and hurts himself, the noises that he will make, he will have you in stitches. He really, really will. Oh man. Well, let's do the obligatory totes. This ain't coming out of my pocket for a while. I traded with Ryan at Tommy Boy Knives and EDC for a Civivi Elementum, and I like it, but I got this at the same time, and this ain't going nowhere. I still cannot, that's as far as I can get the reverse flick though. So I don't know I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but that's all I can get. Yellow synthetic trapper. It's a 2000. It is stainless. It's one my brother gave me. And then in the other pocket, as a Gollum would say, what's this he got in his pockets? We got the yellow sandalwood. Y'all can't even really see that. I'm doing it a disservice. Look at that grade that they did on that yellow sandalwood. So pretty. But yellow sandalwood, Overall Creek farmhand. These are just fantastic knives. I'm tempted. Nope, I don't think there's enough room. I was tempted to put a thumb stud there. I don't think it would work. But beautiful half stop, gorgeous, sharp. Woo. I don't know if y'all can hear that. That'll get you. But that's it. It's my tote for the day. I got a lot to do at the plant today. Bryce did get his cast off, but they're wanting to put him in a walking boot, and he didn't want to pay for one, so his cousin's going to get him one. So he's no boot or no cast, so he's still on the little scooter, and they're telling him they want him in the boot but not walking for 2 more weeks. Then why put him in a boot? So that's 2 more weeks of me covering his stuff. And I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I'm wore out. I went to bed at 8. I was in bed at 8:25 last night. 8:25. And I am more tired, I think, today. I was up several times and tossing and turning, used the bathroom. Didn't even drink that much water yesterday. I don't know why I had to pee several times. As Jim said, what old men do. Anywho, I've rambled for 20 stinking minutes. It's 23 minutes, so I apologize. Y'all have a good Friday. Stay safe, stay blessed. Remember to hug your family tight. Hug them a little tighter than normal. Remember to do something kind for someone else. It goes a mighty long way. I'm Bubba. God bless you.